Some are now asking, should administrators raise tuition to balance the books or admit to more tuition-paying students? Now, Joelle Kaplan joins us live in the studio. Joelle, what are the numbers showing us?
Eddie, two numbers that are very important are 82 and 18. There's a cap on out-of-state admission, meaning UNC is prohibited from allowing more than 18% of any incoming class to be out-of-state students, even though those students pay significantly more tuition than in-state students do. Student body president Hogan Medlin doesn't have to worry about the cap because he's from North Carolina, but even he's unsure where the limit came from in the first place.
It seems somewhat arbitrary, but at the same time, I'm sure someone knew what they were doing when they instigated it. Again, this is a long time policy of the university. It's not something that's new.
Out-of-state admission was first capped at 15% in 1946 for the UNC system. After 4 decades of this loosely enforced limit, former system president William Friday was the one who proposed the strict 18% cap in 1985. That cap still applies today, and Senior Associate Director of Admissions Barbara Polk says it's not the only factor making it harder for out-of-staters to get in.
We've had more out-of-state applicants than we've had in-state applicants. So because of the way the numbers work, it is easier, if you will, for North Carolinians to be admitted.
But the issue for UNC now goes beyond competitiveness and diversity. The university has a $54 million hole in its budget. Because an out-of-state student pays almost 5 times the tuition of a North Carolinian, many are suggesting that the university raise the non-resident admission cap. Consider the University of Virginia, widely viewed as the school most comparable to UNC. UVA doesn't limit admission for non-residents, and the in-state to out-of-state ratio is currently 72 to 28. If this ratio applied to Carolina students, the university would be making almost $35 million more in tuition each year. By comparison, the recently approved 6.5% tuition increase is expected to increase revenue by only about $15 million. Medlin knows more non-residents mean more money, but he doesn't foresee a change in the policy.
I don't see this as something that they would partake to, mostly because I think there is that sense of pride, I think, and the number of North Carolinians attending this university.
Other large university systems actually have lower ratio of out-of-state students than we do. Eddie, the cap in California is 10%.
Wow. Well, Joelle, what would it take for there to be a change in the ratio here in North Carolina?
It would take legislative action, and if there's going to be a change at all, it would probably have to be really gradual.
Well, that makes sense. All right, well, Joelle Kaplan, thanks so much, live in our studio this evening.